up the ball, but I don't know that he would have known it came off his teammate when the ball came out from the Storm player. And
yeah,
you know how
a bit unlucky.
If it accidentally touches the second player of the same team who's in an offside position, it's a scrum for an accidental offside. But if that player purposely picks it up, but it accidentally hit one of their players and didn't know about it, isn't that really as accidental?
Yes, because it felt like more of a reaction than I've got to dive on this ball type reaction.
But I get it. It makes it easier for the refs if you have the clear demarcation of if you pick up the ball, it's deliberate. But I don't even think he was offside. I think he came from behind the player that he hit. That's the only one that I think was dodgy. There was the one where there was the sort of knock-on, tap-down one, but that was close. You can't criticise the referees for getting that one wrong. It was close. And also, they made a run for their own back by making a stupid challenge.
Yeah. What was that like in the first 5-10 minutes?
It was in the first 5 minutes of the second half, weren't it?
Second half. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. But then in the end of the game, they were playing against 11 men. It made for it being exciting, but I don't even necessarily think that was right. I didn't think the sin binning was necessarily right on Jerome Hughes. I don't know where he could have gone.
No, I mean, but yeah, I kind of agree with the Jerome Hughes one. Yeah, and I don't know. I just kind of, going into this game, I always feared that the Storm would be the Storm and the Panthers would just come up short. And yeah, unfortunately, it was proven to be right.
One thing that didn't disappoint in this game was Ryan Pappenhausen and his try that effectively sealed the game from the scrum early in the second half was absolutely electric and just outstanding.
Yeah, he's like shit off a shovel, isn't he? He's quick. He's very, very quick. So yeah, no.
It was a worthy game-winning moment, wasn't it? That.
Yeah.
It was probably the one moment of absolute brilliance in the game.
Yeah, I mean, Cleary's kind of try was. I know he's against a broken line and did down broken line, but that was a good try. But yeah, that try was a great try. So it kind of it probably will be the defining kind of moment that people remember from that final overall. But yeah, annoying ultimately that Storm did it.
Any other players you want to sort of note for being good performers on the day?
I'm trying to.
I thought Christian Welsh and Jesse
Welsh
Bromwich
was very good
as well as Nelson and Asafa Solomona.
I think that all of the Storm forwards were really good. Christian Welsh is that kind of player, the classic unsung player that Bellamy takes, that he kind of lifts them to another level. I think Christian Welsh is that kind of, the kind of, Dale Finucane and players like that, guys who are, solid professionals, but actually play better in the Storm system.
Yeah, he's good. Is a top performer at the Storm, or is a top performer in the Super League, but he's not a top performer for other top 8 sides in the NRL. It feels like that sort of caliber.
There's something that Bellamy does to players, and I don't know what it is, but he gets things out of them that other coaches just can't do.
Yeah, think of yesteryear players like Isa and Moores who've made it in Super League and had a good year or two with the Storm at some point, but we're never going to make it for other NRL sides, it sort of feels like.
Yeah.
Cool, well done to the Storm. And actually, when we talk about narratives and stuff like that, it'd be completely remiss of us to not mention the situation the Storm have been going through, where they got the last bus out of Victoria before it shut down, and they've been away from their own normal base, from their normal houses, families and stuff like that to an extent, certainly their normal communities and training scenarios, and off and on the field there's been things for them to deal with as a club through this pandemic, and to be as good as they've been and to be able to perform like that on the big night as well, with all that adversity and emotion that they've worked through, you've got to give credit to them for that.
You have, but I just don't like doing it.
No, we'd rather say Bellamy's a dickhead, what's he doing kicking chairs? Or Smith's a cheat.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing, the only thing I'll last comment on this game is that whilst I was watching this on catch up, Anna was in the room, and she made a comment that she really liked the Panthers kit, and I agree. I think the Panthers kit is the best kit in the NRL. She had no other comments about the game, but there you go.
Okay, I like the Eels kit better. Okay. Women's NRL, it was the Broncos 20, the Roosters 10. So the pride was fully restored in Queensland as the Broncos made it 3 championships in a row. So well done to them for that. Right, we're going to have to make some predictions pretty soon because we've been chatting a lot about what's happened. We need to do a quick chat about what's to come.
Yeah, we'll make some guesses.
Right, predictions for, I think, mostly round 19 of Super League, with a few games from like round 2 and 4 and 16 and I don't know. Anyway, what I do know...
Superbrick says it's round 19. So.
Yeah, what I do know is Thursday 5:30pm at Sky, it's Leeds versus Wakefield. I think these games are all being played at Headingley, aren't they, the Sky games this week? So Leeds versus Wakefield. Wakefield finding a bit of form, but Leeds need this for the top 4 if it's going to be a top 4. So I'm going Leeds.
See, making my picks. I was trying to work out which Leeds team would play on Thursday and which would play on Sunday. So I've made the assumption that it'll be the weakened team on Thursday, and therefore I've gone for Wakefield Trinity by 10.
Actually, we should be able to get that info up, shouldn't we, squads? Oh, we're meant to do this quickly. Why am I doing this?
It doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter if it's the other way around because my tipping's an absolute mess.
They've named an unchanged 21 have Leeds, whereas Miller and Westerman are back in as notable returnees for Wakefield. I think Walker will play ahead of Myler maybe, and that could be as far as the significant changes go in this one for Leeds.
I'll stick with Trin.
Okay. Thursday 7:45pm on Sky, it's the Hull derby. We know Jamie Shaw is out and out for some time, but Hull FC bring back in Scott Taylor and Josh Jones, whereas Matt Parcells back in for Rovers, as well as Kane Lynette, who and Willa Haraki were arrested for the Wakefield game. Do you think that changes anything?
No, KR have played a couple of times. FC have had a bit of a rest, and FC are the better team. So FC by 10.
Yeah, FC are the better team, and Connor at fullback I think will be a good move for them in this one. Friday 5:30pm on Sky, it's Warrington versus Salford, and with all the games Salford are playing, whereas Warrington have pretty much had 2 weeks off. In fact, they have had 2 weeks off. I'm going Wire.
Yeah, I've gone Wire by 10 as well.
Okay, also kicking off at 5:30. This one is your tea time R-League treat for Huddersfield and Castleford fans. Castleford, based on having Truman and Richardson back in the side and Watts back in the side, they look a better side. We didn't talk about that part of Cass actually, that they do look more competitive when they've got all their parts together, even though they created some problems for themselves with all those parts on the pitch. They did look more competitive. So I'm going Cass.
Yeah, I think I don't really know what Huddersfield are doing, really. Yeah, Cass for me by 8.
You're a secret Cass fan, so that wasn't a surprise.
Secret Cass fan.
Friday 7:45pm on Sky, the big one, 1 versus 2. Oh, they're not at Headingley, are they? They're totally wicked. Oh, who fucking knows? St Helens versus Wigan, anyway, wherever it's being played. I'm going Wigan.
Really?
Yeah, no Alex Walmsley for Saints. It was James Graham's second game in a week, because I'm sure he'll play. That's a factor. Whereas I think Wigan not having the early week fixture will help. Singleton and Bullock look good off starting the game, and Wigan should be unchanged from last week, I think, maybe with the exception of O'Loughlin potentially coming in off the bench or Smith coming in on the bench. I don't think Wigan will be. I think Wigan will be strong. I'm going Wigan. Wigan by 6.
I'm gonna go for Saints. Chance to rest players that they needed to last week or in the last game, should I say? So Saints by 8.
Okay. Sunday 2 p.m. This is one of those otherworldly rounds that I'm not sure what they are. Maybe round 11, maybe round something. Wakefield versus Leeds. This one's at Bellevue on the R League for the season ticket holders. I kind of thought the other way from you, and I thought Leeds will get the win in first, and maybe Wakey will get the win in at home at Bellevue. So, and we'll almost certainly know what's going to happen with any adjusted season situation then, and Leeds will be confident with 5th at that stage, I think. So, Leeds will lose, Wakey will win.
I'm going to say Leeds are going to win this one.
Okay. And then finally, Monday at 3 p.m, Salford versus Catalans, available on the R League for people who aren't working or at school or anything at that time. Catalans, so Salford are getting to face a third team in a row. No, 3 teams out of the last 4 games that have had big rests because of COVID disruptions. So it's not ideal rest, but it's still rest, whereas Salford have been playing every 4 days. So it's got to be Catalans for me on that basis.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel like Salford have been at the wrong end of a lot of these kind of game after game after game. So and Catalan are the better team, so Catalan by 10.
Serves them right for getting to the Challenge Cup final.
Yeah,
how dare they?
Teach you.
Okay. Well, make sure you look out for the links to the Google form to send in your fan views on next week's games. And as I said the word Google, my phone thought I was trying to ask it a question. We'll move into the wrap-up. Right, we start the wrap-up as we traditionally do with the SLP quiz. And this week's quiz is unexpected debuts. Okay, so I make it 59 players have made Super League debuts this year. That includes new signings from down under, like 34-year-old James Maloney, includes players who previously played outside of Super League for their careers, like some of the Wolfpack squad, such as 26-year-old Andy Ackers, for example. And it includes lots of academy graduates, of which there are too many to list, but I make it around about 25 players born this century have made their debuts this season. And I say 25 players because there's 4 players I don't know where the dates of birth were. I can't find them out anywhere. So I'll have to wait till the end of the year when the Rugby League yearbook is produced to have those pieces of information, I think. But around about 25 people born this century have played this season too. Made their debuts this season too. Way more have played. So, right, this quiz is about Super League debuts that you might not expect from players who are more famously made their names elsewhere than the club that they made their first Super League appearance for. So basically, unexpected debuts. You wouldn't expect that this guy's Super League debut was for them.
Okay.
Question 1. Oliver Gildart became almost an instant sensation for Wigan when he made his try-scoring debut for the club in the 2015 Super 8s. But which other Super League club did he actually debut for earlier that season as part of a 3-game loan spell?
Oh God.